Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to share with you how to solve the problem involving the trigo formula, double angle formula, and also solving the trigo quadratic equation. So here I got the first example. It's a problem about the double angle formula. It's given the tangent theta equals to -3/4 and the theta is an obtuse angle, so it means that theta is in between 90 degree and 180 degree. Alright, so it would theta, in other words, the theta is 4 at the second quadrant. Now after that we need to find the sine 2 theta, cos 2 theta, and tangent 2 theta. Now we just first we need to sketch a diagram based on the information given. So I will sketch a diagram which is I got a right angle triangle at the second quadrant because the theta is 4 at the second quadrant, and this is a right angle triangle. Based on the tangent theta equals to -3/4, the ratio of the tangent is opposite over adjacent, 3/4. We can use the Pythagoras theorem to get the length of the hypotenuse, that is equals to 5, which is 4 square plus 3 square, third of that, okay, third of the 3 square plus 4 square, we got a 5. Now the theta you need to mark down here because the theta always will be marked down just next to the x-axis. Okay, then after you have this diagram, you can get your A, that is your sine 2 theta. Rewrite your sine 2 theta as a 2 sine theta cos theta. And from here, you can obtain the sine theta from your diagram. The 2 still will be remain here. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. That will be 3/5. And it has a positive sign. Why? Because at the second quadrant, the ratio of the sign should be positive. Alright? And to get the cos theta, we refer to the same diagram. Cos having the ratio adjacent over hypotenuse, that is 4/5. And for the cosine, at the second quadrant, the cosine has to be negative. So we need to mark down negative here. And now you can simplify your answer. We have a -24/25. So this is our sine 2 theta. For the cos 2 theta, we got 3 formula. You can use either one. The first formula is a cos square theta minus sine square theta. You can use this formula or you can proceed to the 1 minus 2 sine square theta or 2 cos square theta minus 1. Either one is alright. So now I'm using the first formula, is cos square theta minus sine square theta. To get the cos square theta, like just now, the cos square theta from the diagram is -4/5. Okay, and square it. Minus sine square theta will be 3/5 square. Simplify it. You have a 7/25. Lastly, we need to get the tangent 2 theta, where the tangent 2 theta using double angle formula, we will write it as a 2 tangent theta over 1 minus tangent square theta. So for this question, the tangent theta, I'm going to take the value from here, which is given by the question, that is -3/4. So just plug in your -3/4 as your tangent theta. Alright, 1 minus -3/4 square. Then you simplify, you will get the answer. So you will see that I'm not going to get the value of the tangent theta from my diagram because of the that will be advantage if I take the value from the question, because in case my diagram is I got it wrong, still I'm not affected by my diagram. I would just get the value from the question, so the question wouldn't be wrong, right? So I would just put in the value -3/4 as my tangent theta. But if your diagram you sketch it correctly, you also will get a correct answer, because tangent having the ratio opposite over adjacent, that will be 3/4. And since the theta is 4 at the second quadrant, you can see that the tangent should be negative at the second quadrant, so you have a negative sign here. Simplify, you will have a -24/7. Proceed to the next example. I have to solve the following trigo equation. For theta is from 0 degree to 360 degree. So here I got a simple question, simple equation. For the question A is involve the quadratic form. So first I'm going to solve this question. The theta is from 0 degree to 360 degree. So solve for the cos theta. I got my cos theta equals to 3/4, and because of this square, right? Solve for the cos theta first. I have a positive negative, so 3/2. So I got two answers for the cos theta. The first one is a positive, so 3/2. So the second side is cos theta equals to negative, so 3/2. To solve the first equation, cos theta equals to 3/2, I'm going to get my basic angle first. basic angle, I give the symbol as alpha. How do you get your basic angle? We'll just take the arc cos sub3 over 2. Just take the value over here, yeah? And have your calculator. Or for those who already memorize, yeah, can remember this is actually special angle. You can directly get it as a 30 degree. This is your basic angle. Once I have my basic angle, I want to sketch a diagram, which is now I'm going to locate my angle at the appropriate quadrant by looking at the sign of the cos. Since the cos having the positive sign, means that our angle will be 4 at the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. After you have drawn these two lines, now mark down your basic angle just next to your x-axis. Alright, so do not mark your 30 degree at here. So this is not the angle that you want. This is the angle is our which is our basic angle alpha. Always is next to the x-axis. Alright, and the second at the fourth quadrant, the basic angle should be here. So the 30 degree you need to mark down at the appropriate place, yeah. And after that, we'll try to measure the angle, meaning that we are going to solve for the theta now. Alright, solve for the theta now. Give your answer by measuring your angle. Follow the direction of anti-clockwise. Why I only consider anti-clockwise? Because from the range given over for the theta only allow positive angle. So to obtain a positive angle, we need to we need to measure our angle, follow the direction of anti-clockwise. So the first angle that I got is 30 degree. Alright, this is the angle that I want. And the second angle also start from the positive x-axis and we turn, follow the direction of anti-clockwise. We got this angle. This is a 360 minus 30 degree. We have the second angle is a 330 degree. Always when you got one angle, you always check with the range of the theta given here. So that your answer, you have marked down the answer is not exceed this range. Okay, so 360 degree I think is the maximum, because when you take another one full rotation to the line, to the first line that we drawn here, you already get a 390 degree. You are taking a 30 degree plus another 360, that is one full rotation. You have 390 degree, which is this is not accepted by the question because the question only allow our theta up to 360 degree. Now we move to the second set of the equation. The same method we're going to apply. Find the basic angle, which is the arc cos of the sub3 over 2. Alright, even though here you can see negative, but I'm not going to take the negative into it when I consider the basic angle. So just take the absolute value of this value, okay? So only sub3 over 2 will be into our arc cos. And we got our alpha is 30 degree. And again, the same method, we're going to sketch the same diagram here. The diagram will be slightly different from the first diagram because now we look at our cos, our ratio of the cos. Cos is having the negative sign, right? If the cosine is having negative sign, meaning that our angle of theta will be 4 at the second or the third quadrant. Okay, then now mark down your mark down your alpha in the appropriate place. That is over here, because always we will label our alpha just next to the x-axis. So this will be 30 degree and here will be 30 degree. After you have complete this, you can start to get your theta by rotating your angle. Okay, rotate your angle starting from the positive x-axis to the line that you have drawn. Now the first angle is denoted by this red arrow, which is 180 minus 30 degree. That will be 150 degree. And the second angle also follow the same thing, same method. Starting from the positive x-axis, go to the second line like that. Then this angle is actually 180 plus 30, which is 210. If you want to take another full rotation and up to the first line, you actually got 150 plus 360, which I'll say that answer should be omitted because it's already exceed our range of the theta. The theta is just up to 360. So now we got the 4 answers. Finally, you need to make one conclusion, which is combine all the answers that you have. Normally, I would just arrange from the smallest value, smallest angle to the biggest angle. So that would be 30 degree, 150, 210, and followed by the highest angle, that is 330 degree. To solve this equation where the theta is from 0 to 360 degree, we need to modify a bit for this equation. Firstly, I will just rewrite the cosecant theta as a 1 over 2. The 1 over 2 is from here, and the cosecant theta is 1 over sine theta, and both sides multiplied by 2 sine theta. I will have 4 sine square theta at the left side, and the right side I just got 1. And after that, I'm trying to solve for the sine theta. Alright, and this is equals to 1 over 4. Sine theta will be positive negative 1 over 2. Okay, so again, we got the two equation. That is the first one is sine theta. That is 1 over 2. And the second equation is sine theta equals to negative 1 over 2. So based on the similar method like just now, we are going to get the basic angle, that is arc sine of 1 over 2, which is equals to 30 degree. And followed by the diagram, I'm going to consider the sine of the sine theta, which is positive, so my angle will be 4 at the first and the second quadrant. Alright, so mark down your basic angle as 30 degree just next to your x-axis. Okay, so now you can start to measure your angle, solving for the theta, which the first angle is rotate your angle by anti-clockwise direction. You got the first angle equals to 30 degree. And the second angle, it should be rotate like that until the second line. It should be 150 degree. And if you rotate again one full circle until the first line, actually you are taking the 30 plus 360. Already exceed the theta that we allow. Move to the second equation, that is sine theta equals to negative 1 over 2. You will finding the basic angle, that is 30 degree, and have your diagram. Since the sine theta having the negative, meaning that your angle will be 4 at the third quadrant and fourth quadrant, and mark down your basic angle just next to your x-axis, 30 and 30. And your first angle is starting from the positive x-axis to the first line, that will be 180 plus 30 degree. That means your first angle is 210. And the second angle always also starting from the positive x-axis and to the line that we drawn, you are getting this angle is 330 degree. And I will going to stop here because as you move another full rotation, it will exceed the angle that we 360, that the theta that we allow. Alright, so just conclude that your angle theta is 30, 150, 210, and lastly 330 degree. So for the cotangent theta equals to tangent theta, I'm going to rewrite my cotangent theta as a 1 over tangent theta. And then both sides multiplied by tangent theta, I got tangent square theta equals to 1. And I have my tangent theta equals to positive negative 1, which I have two sets of solution. That is tangent theta equals to 1, another set is tangent theta equals to negative 1. So again, similar method we were going to apply. Find the basic angle that you can get it from the arctangent 1, which is equals to 45 degree. And have your diagram. Now you need to locate your theta. Okay, so look at this tangent having the positive sign. If the tangent is positive, meaning that our angle is 4 at the first quadrant and the third quadrant. And the 45 degree, you need to label just next to the x-axis. The same thing over this third quadrant. And now you can start to measure your angle. Okay, get prepared to get your theta. So your theta is going to be rotate from the positive x-axis to the first line. You got it as a 45 degree. And the second angle will be from the positive x-axis to the 45. That is a second third quadrant. We have a 180 over plus 45. That is a 225. And I think this is the maximum we can get because as you rotate another full rotation, it will exceed 360 degree. So now we move to the second set of the equation. Again, the equation is having the basic angle 45. Just obtain this 45 by finding the arctangent of 1. Okay, when we find the basic angle, do not consider the sign here. Alright, and now we have to locate our basic angle. Okay, so since the tangent is a negative over here, means that our basic angle will be 4 at the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So your basic angle should be labeled at next to the x-axis. And now you can start to measure your angle by rotate your angle, follow the anti-clockwise direction. This is the first angle that we can get. That is a 135. Taking 180 minus 45, you get 135. Another angle, rotate from the positive x-axis to, and then to the line that we have drawn here. That is 360 minus 45. You will get 315. Alright, so not going to rotate another round because it will exceed 360 degree. So now just make your conclusion, combine both set of the answer. Just arrange your answer from the smallest angle to the biggest. We have this 3-4 angle that satisfy the equation. So for this equation, for this question, we have a trigo equation. Yeah, trigo equation involve quadratic form. Okay, so you can look at the A, 3 sine square theta minus 4 sine theta plus 1 equals to 0. This is in the form of A ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, as if that your x is already replaced by sine theta. Okay, and now we're going to solve for these three equations from for the theta from negative 180 to 180 degree. So from the theta given here, we can see that it allows the negative angle up to the negative 180 degree. So now we look at the first question. I'm going to represent the a. Okay, substitute the sine theta as a so that I can see my quadratic form clearly. You will have a 3a squared minus 4a plus 1 equals to 0. Then now I'm trying to factorize. If it cannot be factorized, then you got to proceed to the formula, quadratic formula, to solve for the a. Okay, so since this one, okay, it can be factorized. Yes, then we have a equals to 1 over 3. Another one is a equals to 1. So put back your a as your sine theta. Now we're going to solve for the sine theta equals to 1 over 3 and the sine theta equals to 1. We have two sets of equation to be solved. And for the sine theta equals to 1 over 3, I'm going to apply the similar concept, that is finding the basic angle, which I can obtain the basic angle by finding the arc sine 1 over 3. With the help of calculator, I got my basic angle is a 19.47, and now we need to sketch diagram to locate our angle. So with your sine theta having the positive sign here, our angle is fall at the first quadrant and the second quadrant. Okay, so just label your basic angle just next to your x-axis. You have 19.47 over these two quadrants, and now you can start to measure your angle by finding your theta. Alright, just rotate from the positive x-axis, go to the line. The first angle that we get is 19.47, and the second angle, rotate again from the positive x-axis to the line. We have 160.53. Okay, and yeah, I'm going to rotate also the angle by follow the clockwise direction, because just now the range of the theta given as from negative 180 degree to 180 degree. So it allowed the negative angle. We need to rotate to follow the different direction in order to get the negative angle. So when your angle is measured, follow the clockwise direction, you automatically will obtain negative angle. So this angle is 180 plus 19.47. which you will have a 199.47, and since we measure follow the clockwise direction, you got negative. But this answer is not going to be accepted because our negative angle only allow up to negative 180 degree. So this angle is not included into our answer. So we just accept the two positive angle here. To solve the sine theta equals to 1, we are going to use the graph of the sine theta. So here I got the graph of the sine theta starting from the 0 to 360 degree. Okay, and then in the middle that will be 180 degree. And since the angle now is allowed from negative 180 to 180 degree, so I will try to extend my graph to the left side. I got my negative 180. So this is my negative 180 degree. Okay, so look at the graph. Okay, look at the graph here. We want to solve for the sine theta equals to 1, right? The 1 is over here. This is a 1. So by taking a line, y equals to 1, you can put a line y equals to 1. You can see that the graph of y equals to 1 just touching our graph of y equals to sine x at only one point here. Okay, project a line to the x-axis, to the theta axis, you will see that the angle is 90 degree here. Okay, so there is only one solution for the sine theta equals to 1 based on the range of the theta, that is theta equals to 90 degree. So for the first set of equation, we got two answers, and the second set we have only one answer. Alright, then we combine them together, we got a 19.47 degree, and then followed by 90 degree, and the last one is a 160.53 degree. This question is similar to the question just now. It's in quadratic form, and we're going to solve for theta for the range negative 180 to 180 degree. Again, I'm going to let my a to represent my cos theta. So I got my 2a squared plus a minus 1 equals to 0. Then now we factor. Here we have, after we factorize, we solve it. We have a equals to 1 over 2 and a equals to negative 1. And now I'm going to replace back the a as a cos theta. So I got my cos theta equals to 1 over 2 and cos theta equals to negative 1. So here are two simple trigo equations to be solved. Firstly, get your basic angle. Basic angle for the cos theta 1 over 2 is the arc cosine of 1 over 2. That I have a 60 degree. Yeah, 60 degree. Then I provide the diagram to locate my angle. here A as TC. Okay, so by considering the sine taken by the cos theta is positive, meaning that our angle will be 4 at the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Okay, so mark down your basic angle just next to your x-axis. And you can start to measure your angle by rotate your angle from the positive x-axis to the line. You be sure the first angle that you get is 60 degree, and the second angle is 360 degree minus 60 degree, that is 300 degree. Okay, so this answer is not going to be accept as your answer because it already exceed 180 degree, because our range is just, we just accept up to 180 and down to negative 180 degree. So I would just delete the 300, and now you need to consider the negative angle by rotate your angle from the positive x-axis, follow the clockwise direction. So the second angle that we have is negative 60 degree. Okay, as you move to the second line, you rotate to the second line, you already exceed, okay, already out of our range. So the second angle is not going to be accepted as answer. So we only have two answers here. Is one is a 60 degree, the other one is negative 60 degree for the first equation. To solve the cos theta equals to negative 1, again I'm going to sketch the graph. Okay, so for my method, any ratio of the sine and cosine, if it takes a value of negative 1 or 0 or 1, I'm going to solve it by using the graph. Okay, this is the graph of the cosine from the 0 to 360. Since the range of the theta is down to negative 180, so I will just extend my graph to negative 180. Alright, so here will be negative 180. Now we are going to solve cos theta equals to negative 1, right? So have a line, you just sketch a horizontal line, which is represent your y equals to negative 1. And look at your y equals to negative 1. It passes through the graph of the y equals to cos theta at 2 points. One is here, another one is here. So we have a two solution for the theta. The first theta is negative 180 degree, and the next one is 180 degree. This is the two answer that we can obtain. Okay, so for the second set of the equation, you got this answer, and now we're going to combine them both. We have a theta equals to negative 180 degree, and followed by negative 60 degree, and 60 degree, and last one is 180 degree. For this question, again, this is a quadratic equation, right? We are going to solve it in a quadratic form, and the theta is given from negative 180 degree to 180 degree. You can refer to the two examples that I showed in just now, and you try to answer this question. I will just leave it as exercise for you, and the answer is theta equals to negative 1235 degree, negative 116.57 degree, and 45 degree. The last one is 63.43 degree. So you can have your exercise with this equation. Okay. Let's proceed to the next question. For this question, we are going to use the trigo identities to solve this question in the range of negative 180 to 180. We can see that the question A, B, C, D, all of the question involve two trigo ratios. For example, question A, it involves the cos theta and the sine theta. So we need to change the whole question into sine theta. Then we can solve by using the method that I showed just now. Alright, so let's look at the first example. Right, for this question, I'm going to use the first identity, which is a sine square plus cos square equals to 1. I'm going to replace the cos square as a 1 minus sine square. Alright, this is from the first identity. And copy down the sine theta minus 5 equals to 0. Then I expand and solve, expand and simplify. Then we try to arrange it nicely, which is a sine square be the leading term, and followed by sine, followed by constant. I got a 6 sine square minus sine theta minus 1 equals to 0. Then now we can replace any symbol to represent the sine theta. Then we can see that now our equation will become 6a squared minus a minus 1 equals to 0. Trying to factorize, solve it, we have a equals to negative 1 over 3, a equals to 1 over 2. Replace back, put back the a as a sine theta. I got my sine theta equals to negative 1 over 3, and also the sine theta equals to 1 over 2. So now we're going to solve for this equation. So firstly, get your basic angle. Basic angle is arc sine 1 over 3. So got 19.47 degree, and then you have the diagram. Alright, so now just locate your angle. Depends on the sine taken by the sine theta. The sine is negative, so the theta will be 4 at the third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Third quadrant and fourth quadrant, where the alpha has to be marked down here. That will be 19.47. and this is also 19.47. Now we can get our theta. We can solve for our theta by rotating our angle starting from the positive x-axis. Follow the anti-clockwise first. Then we have the first answer. Obviously, this first angle is actually exceed 180, where our theta only allow from negative 180 to 180. So this answer is not going to be considered as our answer. And now we will try to rotate from the positive x-axis, follow the clockwise direction. I got my first answer is negative 19.47. Okay, and then the second angle will be this one. Alright, taking the 180 minus 19.47, and you have a 160.453. Since we measure follow the clockwise, so the angle should be negative. So we have a negative 160.53. This two answer is fall inside our range of the theta, so we're going to accept these two answer. Okay, then continue with the sine theta equals to 1 over 2. Get your basic angle by finding the arc sine of 1 over 2. This is equals to 30 degree. And now try sketch our diagram. Now look at our angle, okay, of theta by considering the sine of the theta, sine theta. Sine theta is having the positive sign, so our angle is fall at the first quadrant and the second quadrant. Okay, and then we mark down our basic angle over here, which is next to the x-axis. So now we can start to measure our angle by rotating the angle starting from the positive, positive x-axis, follow the anti-clockwise direction. So the first answer I got is the 30 degree. And the next answer is this one. This is 150 degree. And if I want to turn the other way around, that is follow the clockwise direction. I got this angle already exit this range that is given by the question. So this angle is not considered as our answer. So we only have 4 answers over here, 4 angles to be accepted. Alright. So the theta is 160.53 degree and 19.47 degree, 30 degree, and lastly I got 150. Now I'm going to show you the solution of the C. So part B, the question B and the D, I'll leave it for your exercise. And now we're going to discuss the solution for the part C. For the question C, I'm going to use this identity 1 plus cotangent square equals to cosecant square theta. I'm going to convert the cosecant square theta in terms of the cotangent. So I'm going to substitute the cosecant square as a 1 plus cotangent square theta, which is this is equals to the 3 cotangent theta. Copy down here, copy down this, and minus 1. So I'm going to arrange it nicely, which is starting from the cotangent square theta minus 3 cotangent theta, and 1 plus 1, that will be 2, equals to 0. And I'm going to substitute the a as a cotangent theta, which I will have my equation now as a squared minus 3a plus 2 equals to 0. Then we factorize and solve for the a. After I solve it, I got a equals to 2, a equals to 1. So substitute back the cotangent theta as a. I got the cotangent theta equals to 2, and the other equation is cotangent theta equals to 1. So cotangent is a 1 over tangent. I got 1 over tangent equals to 2, meaning that now I have my tangent theta equals to 1 over 2. So follow back the method that we solved the simple equation just now. I'm going to get my basic angle first by finding the arctangent of 1 over 2. Now I have my basic angle as a 26.57 degree. So followed by the diagram that we want to locate our angle. We can see the tangent taking the sign of positive, alright, positive sign. So the angle will be 4 at the first quadrant and the third quadrant. And our 26.57, which is our basic angle, will be marked down here, which is next to the x-axis. Alright, then now we can start to measure our angle. You can get your angle by rotating your rotate your angle, follow the anti-clockwise direction. The first angle that you get is 26.57, and the second angle is this one. Alright, so this angle already exceeds 180. We are hoping for the angle is from 180 degree to 180 degree. So this is the second angle already exceeds the 180, so we stop taking it as our final answer. And now I will try to rotate my angle starting from the positive x-axis to the clockwise direction. Alright, so this angle is still in the range, so I'm taking it as a answer. That is a 153.43. Okay, if I keep on rotate, you can see that this angle already exit out of this range. So I'm going to just omit this, just ignore. So this for the first set of equation, I got 2 angles to be accepted, and for the second set of equation, I will try to convert this cotangent into 1 over tangent equals to 1. So the tangent theta equals to 1. Okay, get the basic angle, that will be arctangent 1, that will be equals to 45 degree. And sketch your diagram to locate your angle now. Again, the tangent is taking the sign of positive, so the angle is for at the first quadrant and the third quadrant, right? And the 45 degree will be labeled here, marked down here. And again, I'm going to get my theta by rotating my angle, starting from the positive x-axis. Follow the anti-clockwise direction first. The first answer is 45 degree. And the second answer, you can see that, second angle, you can see that this angle already exceeds 180. Okay, so I'm not going to take it as my answer. So now we try to rotate to the other way around. That is follow the clockwise direction. I have a 135. So this is a 135. So this is my second angle that is in my answer. And if I keep on rotate, you can see that obviously this angle already less than negative 180. So I'm not going to take this angle. So we try to combine both of the theta, all the answer together. Okay, arrange it. 26.57, the first angle, followed by 45 degree, followed by 135, and lastly I got 153.43. Sorry for my my mistake. So this angle, which is I label it, okay, with this circle. This angle should be positive because we measure it follow the anti-clockwise direction. So this should be a negative 153.43 degree, and the same as this one. If we arrange the angle follow the clockwise direction, this should be negative. So this would be a negative 135. These two answer has to be negative. All right. And for the rest of the two questions, that is question B and D. All right. You are going to use the identity. For the question B, you are going to use the identity to convert the secant square into the 1 plus tangent square. Alright, so your equation will become all consists of tangent. And then the same as the D, okay, you can either change the tangent square in terms of secant square, or you can either change the secant square in terms of tangent square. Then you solve it by using the similar approach as I showed just now for the question A and the C. Okay, so these are the answer for the question B and question D. Okay, you can mark down and try the question B and the D as exercise. Let's consider this question. The same thing, I'm going to solve this equation using the quadratic approach. And now the x having that range, okay, from in between negative pi to pi. And since the range given in the radian, so our answer later on need to be in radian. So here I'm going to use the first identity, which is a sine squared x plus a cos square x equals to 1. Convert this equation into 7. Maybe you would like to remain the cos. So I'll change the sign into 1 minus cos square. Okay. And then copy down the cos square equals to 1. So now you have a 7 minus 7 cos square x minus cos square x equals to 1. So arrange it nicely and solve it. You will have a cos x equals to positive negative 3 over 2. Okay. So now you got the two equations to be considered. Now we're going to solve for these two equations. Firstly, get your basic angle by finding the arc cos of the set 3 over 2. It's going to produce a special angle that is 30 degrees. Let's sketch this diagram to locate my angle by considering the sign taken by the cos, which is a positive sign. So my angle is for at the first and the fourth quadrant. And the 30 degree, which is your basic angle, need to be marked down here, which is next to your x-axis. Alright, so now we are going to get our theta by rotating our angle. But take note, our pi, okay, our x is from negative pi to pi, not from, sorry, is from, is in between. So the first answer that I have, I feel more comfortable if I answer in degree. So later on, final answer, I would convert it into the radian. So now we are going to write our answer in degree. First answer is 30 degree. Okay, so negative pi means that it's negative 180 degree. Alright, and pi means 180. So the first answer is going to be accepted because it's in the range. Okay, then now if I continue rotate my second angle, this angle is already exceed the 180. It's more than 180, which I will ignore it. Okay, this is not my answer. And now we try to rotate our angle, follow the clockwise direction. The second angle is a negative 30 degree. Okay, so this angle is going to be accepted because it's in the range of the x. Okay, if I continue measure, this angle of course already less than 180. So I'm not going to take it as answer. So for the second equation, we also find the basic angle first, okay, which is cosine 3/2, the same as the first equation. We have a 30 degree. So now we have our diagram, and by considering the sign for the cosine is negative, so the angle should be 4 at the second quadrant and the third quadrant. Yeah, okay. So the basic angle has to be marked down here. Now we just need to rotate our angle. Okay, find out the first angle by anti-clockwise direction. I got my first angle is 150 degree, which is in the range of the x. So I'm going to accept this as answer. And the second angle is going to be exit out of the range. So this will be omitted. And now you will you will measure, follow the direction of the clockwise direction. Okay, so this angle is negative 150 degree. If we keep on rotate our angle, okay, this angle will be less than negative 180 degree, which will not be accepted. So now I'm going to convert those combine all the answer together. I got my negative 150 degree, negative 30 degree, 30 degree, and 150 degree. And this shouldn't be our final answer because this is in the degree, and the range is given is in the radian. I need to convert those answers in the radian. Convert negative 150 to radian. You're going to multiply this angle by pi over 180. Then you will have a negative 5 pi over 6. And the negative 30 degree will be negative pi over 6. Alright, pi over 6, and 150 is a 5 pi over 6. So this is our final answer. To solve this question, I need to, I will show question A and C, and B and D again. I'll leave it for your exercise. Okay, so here, question A, I'm going to solve for the sine 2 theta equals to 1 over 2, and the theta is from 0 to 360 degree. So to get the to solve this equation, I'm going to find a new range, because here is not only theta. Okay, ordinary question, it will be sine theta equals to 1 over 2 normally, but now we're going to solve sine 2 theta equals to 1 over 2. When this is a 2 theta, I'm going to find the range for the 2 theta. Okay, given the theta is a 0 to 360 degree. So now 2 theta, we obtain the 2 theta by multiply theta by 2. Okay, and 0 multiplied by 2, I got 0 degree. 360 degree multiplied by 2, you got 720 degree. So this is my new range. Later on, I'm going to measure the angle based on the new range over here. So to solve this, firstly, we'll get the basic angle. The basic angle is arc sine 1 over 2, which is equals to 30 degree. And now with this diagram, I'm going to locate my angle of 2 theta. So based on the positive sign here, I know that my angle is 4 at the first and the second quadrant. Okay, so locate your alpha, which is your basic angle, which is next to the x-axis. So once you complete your diagram, you can now get your angle. So your angle is 2 theta. You're solving for the 2 theta first. Okay, so 2 theta equals to, starting from the positive x-axis, you measure it. Okay, you got the first angle is 30 degree. Okay, and then the second angle has to be 150 degree. And if you would like to make another one full turn, okay, one full cycle, one full rotation, and then to the line that we draw, okay, this will be 30 plus 360, which will have a 390 degree. Okay, and this angle is going to be accepted because our range for the 2 theta is up to 720. And then the other full rotation, okay, we can rotate one more full rotation until the second line here, means that we're taking the 150 plus 360 degree, which you will get a 510. Okay, so now we can get our theta by divide all the angles by 2. I got 15 degree, 75 degree, 195 degree, and 255 degree. So this is our theta. For this example, I'm going to get the new range first. Here we got the tangent 3 theta minus 40, right? So get your range of the 3 theta by multiplying all this side, left side and right side multiplied by 3. You have a 360 multiplied by, that is 1080 degree. And minus 40, 3 theta minus 40. So all this left side and right side, I'm going to minus 40. 0 minus 40 degree, you get negative 40. And right side, you get 1040 degree. So this will be the new range. Later on, you're going to measure the angle based on this range. So first, get your basic angle, which is alpha, that is arctangent 6. This is equals to 80.54 degree. Okay, then locate your angle by consider the sign of the 6. Okay, here is positive. Here is a positive sign. So tangent positive means that your angle is 4 at the first quadrant or third quadrant. And then locate your basic angle, which is next to the x-axis. Okay, that will be 80.54 here, and the other one is 80.54 over here. Okay, so now you can start to get your 3 theta minus 40 degree, okay, which is equals to the first angle. Starting from the positive x-axis, you got the first angle 80.54 degree. Okay, and then rotate to the second line. Okay, so this will be 180 plus 80.5, which you will have a 260.54 degree. Okay, so we may make another one full turn and then go to the first line, which means that taking that 80.54 plus 360 degree, you get 440.54. Okay, so making a one full rotation to the second line, meaning that taking the 260.54 plus 360 degree, which you will have a 620.54 degree. You may turn a two full rotation, and then to the first line, meaning that taking this 440.54 plus 360 degree, you will get 800.54. Okay, this still will be accepted as your answer because we're still in the range of this 3 theta minus 40, and then taking 620.54 plus 360 degree, and you have a 980.54. So I think this is the end. Okay, this is the maximum that we can get because if you're taking the 800.54 plus another 360, it will exceed 1040. Now we need to get the theta. So to get the theta, I'm going to take all the angles here, add 40 degree divided by 3 to get the theta. Taking 80.54 plus 40 divided by 3, I got 40.18. So similar to the other angles, I will do the same to get the final answer. Here we have a 6 answer for the theta. Okay. For this question, B and the D, I'll leave it for your practice. And the answer is over here. Okay, this is the answer for the B, which is for the tangent to theta equals to 1. Yeah, this is the solution for the question B. And this is a solution for the question D.